All right, so I'm here at the AUNE booth, and you might know AUNE for their AR9000 headphones, which kind of came out as a HD600 competitor in the mid-price range for around $300. This is their newest flagship headphone. This is the AR9000. It's an open back headphone. You can tell it's a bit of a prototype because if you look here, you can see there's a bit of a engineering sample sort of, leftovers here. But anyway, it's still a prototype. I think it's coming to its final stage here. It feels really nice on my head. It's very light. It's made out of mostly plastic, but it feels like a good quality plastic. The headband feels natural on my head, though I wish it was one step smaller for those with even smaller heads than mine. This feels like a very open headphone. So, to me, this is sort of almost like a HD800S sort of competitor in that sense. I don't know how much it costs, but in terms of sound, I do quite like the sound. I think I would consider this as sort of that old school classical audiophile tuning where it is a bit of a brighter headphone overall, a bit more forward in the mid-range, a bit more brighter. The bass, there is good bass presence actually. It's not like it's rolled off in any way. I would call it a soft punch. So you don't get the big boomy impact or rumble, but you do get that punchiness that kind of comes through the bass. It's not, I'll call it sufficient, right? As far as open back headphones go, I call it sufficient. It's definitely not limp like the HD800S is. The mid-range is definitely not warm. It's more upper mids. There's quite a bit of upper mids presence to it, so it's a little forward. It's just enough that it's not too forward. I would call it good for female vocalists especially, and I find the treble on this headphone to be fairly delicate. So yes, it is a bit bright, it is a bit sparkly. Yes, there is sibilance, and I think that's something they could fix up as they revise this model before they fully release it for production. But I didn't find it a deal breaker. Yeah, so there is a bit of a delicateness to the treble, which I kind of like. And like I said, I think this headphone is, for that old school audiophile music, if you like that, really classical, instrumental type of work, jazzy tracks. The openness is really nice. The staging is really nice. Wide sound stage, nice imaging, nice nuance in the layering. I think it'll just be a question of, will your music be a bit too much in terms of that treble presence, especially if you listen to like rock where there is a lot of hats and cymbals going on, and you might not have that bass impact that you might want to get from your kick drums and toms. But otherwise, yeah, I'm looking forward to this if it ever comes out, whenever it comes out. I don't know what the price is. If you ask me, I would like it to be $700. I think that would be a good pricing for this to be competitive in the market, but we'll see what these guys do.